Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Nikke video. So the official skill kit for Cinderella as well as Grave is now available on the official Twitter page for Nikke. So in this video, we will take a look at the wall of text and share our first impressions for these two pilgrims for our anniversary. Absolutely crazy. And yes, I do sound a bit sick, but don't worry, we will still 100% be there for the Cinderella viewer polls live stream tonight. And it's happening in 11 hours, so stay tuned. We'll be doing giveaways for the insane skins that we have, the Scarlet ones as well as the Cinderella ones. And thank you to the chat that corrected me because I got the time wrong, but don't worry, okay, I fixed it now. So this should be the post-maintenance live stream time. So let's talk about Cinderella. First of all, the long story short is that I'm not sure how I feel about Cinderella's skill kit because, you know, when we saw the videos, we saw that there's the decoy component and lots of buffs. I was thinking that she's going to be buffing the team while be a very, very insane defender type that is able to absorb all of the incoming damage with a decoy and whatnot. So yeah, looking at the skills, she seems to be more of a 2B type, but we'll go over it. I think the real highlight of the anniversary might actually just be Grave. Okay, I mean, the longer the text the better, right? But yes, let's get started with Cinderella first. So as we know already, she is a defender burst 3 rocket launcher electric code character, okay, pilgrim at that as well. So she's got a 1-second charge time, okay, and she's got skills that basically removes her charge time required, as we saw in the video. If you take a look at here, yeah, if we fast forward and we go, oh my god, insane asset. Okay, asset is SSS tier, I don't need to say that, but if you take a look at there we go, like look how fast it's firing. That is pretty insane. But regardless, let's take a look at the skill kit first. So skill 1 is a flawless glass, activates when entering burst stage 3, affects herself, so she doesn't need to burst for that. Let me zoom in on that so you can see better. Okay, and then so this is HP scaling attack boost. We got this from 2B. Remember, basically you get an attack boost based off of the caster's final HP. So as a defender type, again, very similar to 2B, you're gonna have a massive amount of HP, and that gets converted into attack. The downside of that is, though, we know from 2B it didn't work out too well. Okay, although you did have a massive HP percentage, defenders have a lower attack stat in the beginning, and even adding that bonus attack percentage, it was like between 15 to 30% or something. So I don't see anything super massive. So 2.71 is not a significant amount of percentage. So yeah, difficult to say, but you know, she's got more. Activates when attacking full charge effects itself. Her charge speed gets increased to 100%, so that is good, and it's removed upon reloading to max ammunition. So right off the bat, based off of that, we are gonna want max ammo, so she doesn't reload as often into max ammo. So this charge speed essentially moves the cooldown in between, and activates when hitting a target with full charge. So we're again still going forward with having characters landing full charge to avoid, I guess, quick scoping with the rocket launchers, and she deals additional damage of final attack as additional damage, basically. So this is very synergistic. She doesn't have to charge with this buff as long as she's full charging every time. Gets attack, which is converted by her max HP and affected by gears overloads, and then that, of course, the bonus attack is also applied here as a final attack, dealing additional damage. So not bad, but again, 2.71 is not a significant percentage at all. So I was hoping to see like double digits here, but yeah, oh well. Let's take a look. Activates at the start of battle, affects herself. She gains a decoy, creates an avatar with 96% of the final max HP continues. So this is basically a carbon copy, right? You have a decoy that's almost 100% HP of Cinderella, and it's the final HP, so it can be buffed. And activates when entering burst stage 3. So again, she doesn't have to burst to get that, and she also gets, I guess this is just a refresh on the decoy because you get it at the start of battle, and during burst 3 you refresh it. And also when your decoy exists, you gain a continuously 1.6% max HP buff. It stacks up to 12 times. That's very nice. So that is in total pretty much a 13-14% HP buff, max HP buff, that is synergistic with her kit. So does this mean Mast is back on the menu with HP buffing capabilities and a burst 2? We have to see. Now the burst skill, the glass slipper, attacks random enemies, so 682% of final attack is damage, and sequentially for 10 times. So basically on a single target boss, it's almost a 7,000% final attack boost damage, right? And also affects the same target when in the beautiful status, which means when your decoy exists and you deal final attack damage as additional damage, it mirrors the stack. Okay, so I guess per stack of beautiful, you do 20.9, okay, when you're doing the burst, and at max 12 stacks, that's a significant. So the burst is looking quite good, but again, okay, I have to go back to this attack buff. I mean, it's really low, 2.71%. I wondered if this is a case of they trying to test things with HP scaling units again. They might release a character burst 1 that will increase an insane amount of HP because burst 2 is going to be masked, right? And then they now have someone that works technically in a max HP team with 2B. Maybe that is the temp here, and the decoy, we need to see how it works. Does it draw fire, or is it able to tank hits for the ally? So this is a full basically a taunt character. We don't know, but overall the kit doesn't scream anything absolutely insane just yet, okay? Because when we saw the showcase, for example, Red Hood in the live stream for JP, we were like, oh my god, that's absolutely broken. But this did not make me feel that way. And she's not a support either, so as a DPS there's lots of competition, even though she's a defender. As a damage dealer there's a lot of competition, so yeah, we'll have to see with live testing how this looks. But so far, no, she doesn't scream broken to me. But what is, I think, very good is Graves, okay? Oh my god, look at that wall of text. Let's just zoom in. She's a supporter type, yes, a supporter type, a fire burst 2, and looking at her skill kit, honestly, it just reminds me of Asuka, and you'll see what. Okay, so skill 1's a passive, activates when prediction status ends, and affects herself. And we'll talk about the prediction status because yes, it's somewhere. It's the burst skill. When it ends, she removes 100% of the bullet, and heat emission reload ratio reduces by 50%, and removes heat emission under certain conditions. Okay, activates when only in heat status and recovers. She has self HP recovery when she's in heat emission status, and activates when in heat emission status, affects all allies. Burst gauge filling speed goes up. So this is kind of like a cooldown reduction because your burst gauge goes up, you feel a bit faster. It's of course you still need the cooldowns to match, but this allows you to burst more quickly. So if you pair it up with a burst one that has cooldown reduction, burst gauge filling up fast is really good synergy. And pierce damage goes up as well, so benefiting characters like Asuka, Red Hood, Alice, and all that stuff. Okay, activates after landing 15 normal attacks, affects herself. She gets overheat, which increases her attack, and removed upon reloading. So again, you don't want to max ammo looks to be a really good subline now. You don't want to reload to max ammo every so often. Activates normal attack hits after prediction status, and prediction against the burst effect. Affects herself, changes according to the number of hits previous. Okay, so if you landed 30 hits already, you get an attack buff. If you land 60 hits already, and you will gain attack damage buff. So you can see this is absolutely insane. Let me 2 skills off of the passive, you're getting so much. You've got attack buff, you've got heal, you've got attack damage buff. Oh my god, burst gauge buff, pierce damage, and pierce damage on top of attack damage buff. Those are calculations outside of the damage, on the near the end of the damage calculator, right? So this is calculation. So this is really true damage amp, which is so crazy. And the burst skill, 20-second burst 2, okay, mind you, 20-second burst 2 affects yourself, and you lose HP. This is what I mean by it's very similar to some of these HP draining characters. They're just bound to do a lot. Lasts for 10 seconds and grants unlimited ammunition and gains pierce for 10 seconds. You gain a massive amount of pierce damage boost. Okay, so this is also on top of this. Okay, holy crap. Crit damage a crit rate. Oh, this is almost 100% crit rate boost. Wow, 85%. That is massive. She's gonna be perma-critting if you can have some crit substats, or some allies giving that, right? She's gonna be perma-critting. Also affects your allies. Attack damage is increased. Pierce damage is further increased, and max ammo capacity is also. I mean, this is insane because she'll be bursting every time, so she will be going through this prediction mode, okay, and she will be getting that heat emission buff. I don't know about the cooldown of this, but I mean, this looks so crazy. This absolutely looks so crazy. I mean, as a support burst 2, right? We've seen how much damage a supporter can do. Case in point, Dorothy does a massive amount, and I think this is a Burst 3 attacker Pierce character similar to Asuka, hiding under the veil of a support Burst 2. So is Grave the actual pilgrim of this dual pilgrim anniversary celebration, or is it gonna be Cinderella who's taking the spotlight? This is actually honestly a bit crazy. Okay, this is actually a bit crazy. That I thought Cinderella is gonna be a super completely broken character, but it turns out Grave, I mean, just look at that wall of text, is looking so insane. So again, tune in. We may not be going for Core 7 this time, maybe just Max Limit Break looking at the wall of text. Grave is just absolutely insane at its first glance. And Cinderella, who knows, maybe they'll buff her in a couple of days time, just like with Red Hood. Okay, we will have to see. So anyhow, let me know. Tune in, guys. Make sure you tune in to the polls. We'll be polling for the viewers. We'll be doing testing, giving away the skins as well. So until then, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I will see you tonight, actually tonight, and goodbye now.